yeah, yeah. I got a man. He's as sweet as pecan pie. I got a man. Mind so bright, set my world on fire. Love is so good to me, so strong, so deep.
What you say?
I said he's good to me. He's strong, he's deep, and his name is Tommy. Tommy, you're like a book of poetry. Tommy, your words alone excite me. Tommy, don't you ever let go of me. Tommy, tell me that you love me. And Tommy, tell me, can you take your eyes off of me? Tommy, let me know everything you're thinking. He's the blues singing, truth is you're my queen. Please be patient, baby, I'm working for a ring. I know time to suffer, I'ma give you what you need. Till the end of time, one more thing. Oh dear Tommy, you're like a book of poetry. I said, Tommy, your words alone excite me. My dear Tommy, don't you ever let go of me. I said, Tommy, tell me that you love me. I put it on the line, I believe in therapy. My Tommy is the one I wanna marry. Put it on the line, I believe in therapy. My Tommy is the one I wanna marry. Put it on the line, I believe in therapy. My Tommy is the one I'm gonna marry. Put it on the line, I believe in therapy. My Tommy is the one I'm gonna marry. Oh, dear Tommy. You're like a book of poetry. My dear Tommy, your words alone excite me. My dear Tommy, you don't let go of me. And my dear Tommy, tell me that you love me. Tommy, you're like a book of poetry. My dear Tommy, your words alone excite me. My dear Tommy, don't let go of me. My dear Tommy, tell me that you love me. His name is, his name is, his name is Tommy. His name is, his name is, his name is Tommy. His name is, his name is, his name is Tommy. His name is, his name is, his name is his name is, his name is Tommy. His name is, his name is, his name is Tommy. His name is, his name is, his name is Tommy. His name
What's up? What's up? What's up, Shy Friends and Shy Land? It's Frankie
And
and on the
Nycee.
Frankie and Nycee radio show, an intellectual radio, radio,
iHeartRadio.
radio. Oh my
iHeartRadio.
God, I'm so happy to be here with my friend. Oh crap, I didn't just went out of live again. There we go. I'm so happy to be with my friend, and I'm so glad that we have done this again. And I missed you.
Yes, of course. I always miss our time together.
Yes, hours, hours,
Hours.
hours.
Y'all know how we do.
Yeah, man. So, what have you been up to, Nisa BC?
Well, I've been working and, just trying to get my money, really. I've been I just got a car not a couple of weeks ago, which is a lot for me because I travel around the city because of my singing, and I've just been Ubering everywhere, like the song.
Uber
So
everywhere. Uber,
yes,
Uber
I mean,
everywhere.
really Ubering everywhere, and my pockets was getting a little weak, so I had to, take some time and get it together. But I have a couple of shows coming up with some artists, some really great artists. I'm gonna be going out of town to DC just to spend time with my family, and then I'll be coming back to do a great show with Megan McNeil out of town.
Megs.
And I just had a wonderful show with St. James maybe a couple of weeks ago at the California Clipper.
Yes.
And she's an artist that's coming up. Her name is Shayla Mayweather, and I'm really just dropping a plug right now. She's having a show in June, and it's going to be a show about bringing, some real soul back, real soul music. Those women from back in the day who used to just tear the house down.
Yes.
So I'm really glad to be a part of this project. It's going to be a recording at Baseline,
Oh,
and I'm really
cool.
excited about it.
That's what's up. See, she been busy, y'all. She
Yes.
been busy. Me and Meg just worked together as well. We did a ballet. We were a part of the music staff. Megan McNeil and Ebony Taylor and I.
Oh,
It was the three of
great.
us. We were a trio
I'm
for the
telling you,
night.
Chicago is where it's at.
It was a really dope experience, and I felt honored to be a part of that staff along with David Felton, who did the composing and all of the directing for the music. So
Hmm.
shout out to them. I had a good time doing that, even though
Yes.
it was stressful. That was one of the weeks I missed. I know for sure. But anyway, we have a lot to talk about. Oh my God! So I wanted to title this show from the Frankie and Nycee.
Yes. You can check my flyer. I actually put spring break tea.
We've been on a break. We've been working, grinding, coughing, and all that stuff. So
Oh yeah, because Chicago's weather is it's a hot topic. Because I mean, Chicago's weather has been the craziest. Yesterday it was sunny, then it rained, and then the wind was blowing, and then the sun came back out again, and then it started raining, then it started hailing,
that's schizophrenic
and
weather.
then the sun started coming back out again,
It
and
was
it was a nice
confused.
night.
It was a nice night. At the end of the day, after all that drama and all that mess, it should have been a nice
Yes, it was a great night.
night.
It was like, well, I'll just stay in the house till it's done.
Stay, stay in the house until it's done.
Till everything is done.
I am glad to see the spring, though. I mean, just the fact that, I actually heard the ice cream man one time. I'm like, y'all thirsty. Ain't even hot enough.
Ice cream man said, "We gonna get this
We gonna
money."
make this money. Yes. So speaking of get money, one of our first hot topics tonight, and also the segue to our question of the day, is Dave Chappelle, man, getting money, dog.
Mm-mm.
Big dollars, $60 million from Netflix to do his comedy series. Did you see it?
I did.
Oh
Well,
my
I
God.
saw part one. I started watching part two, but when I'm home, it's either I'm up or asleep. It's like I was coming in most definitely, but I saw most of it and I enjoyed it. Of course, I
Yeah.
just like Dave Chappelle's humor. So for him to do this was great to me. I was very excited about it. Yeah.
So it's a three-part series that he's getting paid for. So technically, he's getting like 20 million per
Okay.
episode. Just being Dave Chappelle live at the Hollywood Palladium. Okay, so Palladium. Okay,
Hmm.
so this is the first one where he's kind of a little soft. Like he was kind of like funny, ha ha, racially equal Dave Chappelle slightly.
Right.
And then the second one was deep in the heart of Texas, live at the Austin City Limits. That was rough.
Now I got maybe some of the Deep in the Heart of Texas, but I didn't, about more of that one. I have to watch it.
Oh my God. Like he took all his clothes off. Like, I don't mean that literally, ladies and gentlemen, and that's ill. I wouldn't want to see that. But I mean, he went raw. It was like Eddie Murphy. It was like Eddie Murphy raw. It was like bananas. Like I was trying to figure out exactly how hard is he going to go, and obviously he went mad hard because now everybody's talking about, all the controversy that he stirred up with his homosexual comments and the comments about Bruce Jenner. Did a lot of transgender jokes, and the punchlines were hilarious.
They were. I'm
They-
sorry.
but the crazy thing was, even though Kendall Jenner was in the audience along with Kanye West, like people still generated all this drama behind it just because, he made certain comments. And he was using three-letter words pertaining to people of homosexuality, homosexual preference. But it's gay. I mean, no offense.
And
sorry,
it's
guys.
a comedy show.
Yes.
So everybody's not going to be comfortable. That is what it's about, really. It's to make you laugh as the audience. But comedians are supposed to make you think as well.
And they're supposed to cross the line. That's a
They
part of
are.
comedy. Comedy is supposed to be
like
shocking.
uncomfortable funny.
Right. So, and we all know Dave Chappelle is the king of discomfort when it comes to comedy. Okay, so the $60 million. And he's also obligated to do one special that's produced specifically for streaming service.
Okay.
So I'm wondering, is it going to go through Netflix? I don't know if it's going to go through Netflix or not.
It should, because that's where it started. So,
we'll see. I don't know. But one of my favorite parts of the stand-up, especially after knowing how much money he made, was when he talked about Kevin Hart and how his son was totally infatuated with Kevin Hart. And how much more money Kevin Hart was making than him.
Yeah, right. And the jersey that Kevin Hart had.
That was probably the best punchline.
The full food spread in the back. What Kevin said to his son: "Say your father ever make you mad? Put my jersey on.
Walk around the house." I thought that was hilarious, and for him to even bring up Kevin Hart, because in essence, a lot of people have felt that Kevin Hart was the predecessor, or the next man in line, the heir to the throne after Dave Chappelle took his personal hiatus from the game. So that was really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Also, interesting fact: did you know that Hannibal Buress and Darnell Rawlings were both openers for the specials? Yeah.
I don't even know who they are, though.
You don't know who Hannibal is? Hannibal is the guy that's responsible, they say, for exposing the Bill Cosby.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's the one that kicked all that off. Darnell Rawlings is one of the characters they used to always be on. The one Ashley Leary.
Ashley Leary. Okay.
Yeah. So I think that's him. If I'm wrong, somebody correct me. Okay, cool. All right. So yes, they were the openers of the show. There was also a live surprise performance by Stevie Wonder.
You know what?
Nycee's eyes just rolled in the back of her head. Oh, Stevie.
Because I never know about any of this, as far as, just how to get tickets or what is this, everything. It's always happening everywhere but Chicago.
Everywhere, right?
Everywhere but Chicago. Like things like this. Like we have our stuff going on here, but as far as
the big stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But that's probably because it costs so much to have stuff here.
Yeah.
They really eat up entertainment now.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since they've lifted that entertainment tax. It's been lifted now. So now they're really trying to seek them out again.
Right.
But yeah, so then there was a paid tribute to Fight Dog from Tribe Called Quest. The fallen star who passed away last year from complications of diabetes. So they did this big tribute on the special too. On the first special, I think it was.
It was the first one, yeah.
So that was just a dope show. So this is all leading to my question of the day. My question of the day is only living. Don't dig up no dead people. Okay? Living legends that are in the comedy game. If you could have 3 living legends in your opinion for a comedy special, who would they be? Call in 708-223-8953. I'm asking this question because one of the celebrations that he had in honor of the Dave Chappelle show, comedy series, was that he had a secret celebration with Chris Rock as one of the performers, which was pretty dope. So you had Chris Rock in the same building at the same time. That's like having Aretha and Stevie in the same building at the same time.
Killing it.
Okay, it's like Bill Clinton and Obama in the same building at the same time. you know.
Right.
So call in and tell us who those comedians would be. 708-223-8953. Okay, I think we need to take a break because when me and Nisa get together and we do the show by ourselves, we take this opportunity to play all the cool music that you guys won't hear on the radio that's actually good. Right, Nisi?
That's right.
Right. So give it up for the music genie, y'all. What was the first song?
The first song was actually by Lily Kay, who's a Chicago artist, and that was her song Tommy off of her Ruby CD, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, we got a call coming in.
Okay, but yes, actually with Lily Kay, she is. Let's check our call. The Frankie and Nycee radio show. How can I help you?
Hi there. This is Ranisha Ross. I was calling in for the Chicago Girlfriend show.
Okay.
But that's the wrong show at 9 o'clock.
I'm sorry.
It's the wrong show. It's at 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock here in Michigan. So does that mean 10:15? That's what it means.
Oh, I don't know. They're gonna help you out though with that, okay? Thank you for tuning in. That was awkward.
Awkward. So what I was saying about my friend Lily Kay, who watches the Frankie and Nycee radio show,
Right?
She's
Good plug.
actually at the Soho House tonight, and she's
Oh,
doing a
cool.
residency there. I think for
Wow.
the next couple of months on Tuesdays from 6 to 9.
Cool.
And just real proud of her. She, is really doing her thing here in Chicago. She's not originally from Chicago. She's from Milwaukee, and she actually had, she's part of the whole title unit. And I saw on her page that she was actually trending on Twitter.
Wow, that's crazy.
So we could talk about that more when we get back.
Okay, because I want to know why she's trending.
Okay.
All right, we'll be back on the Frankie and Nycee radio show on intellectualradio.com, iHeartRadio.
To the real life, you make her up but wonder what it would feel like. It feels right, still nice, only little by little fire feel fine. Every night you feel sky, you feel high, but not as high as us. Rich and rising up, no kind of big kind of fronts rival us. You with the giant style, the giant's house, looking like Mighty Mouse. You people find us out, it's so much higher than your insignificance. It's a whole lot of knowledge in your ignorance. If it is, find out how to swallow. You finally up autopilot, listening to us, not as hard as on the island. Ancient, but we still here, let's get chain, we ain't get killed yet. You should feel amazed. By what we feel, we stand up under our benches and feel this.
You can see what it is that you want. Speak out loud, vibration is constant. You can see what it is that you want. Speak out loud, vibration is constant.
So vibrate, 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 so many people barely surviving. With straight bullets like confetti, fresh water in tall order. When people bury, only visitors over quarter. We running shorter, the feeling the road up. There's no walled in when you walled in. I'm quite privileged, was only get a slight limit. But I see starving enough with the cranes and rice in my dinner. A teenage boy, you girl that never left the neighborhood. Wanna help the greater good, I pray they could. Trees staring me the same way they stood. But they just didn't know what to make of. For renovators, they don't remain there. I gotta stay here, but it's so much I need to say. It's in my name, child.
I understand what it means. And I couldn't find the pieces to fall.
And we're back on the Frankie and Nycee radio show on intellectualradio.com, iHeartRadio, iHeartRadio. Goofing off with my girlfriend, Nycee BC. So glad to see her.
I'm so glad to see you. So what
So
we just
glad
played
to.
was Sidewalk Chalk Vibration.
Vibration.
Yes.
Vibrant thing.
And it was
Mhm.
off their Shoulder Season album.
Dope group. If you don't know who they
know.
are.
Any Chicago artists, if you want your music to be played on our show,
That's right.
just hit us up on our Facebook page, or I know y'all know who we are, so just give
Inbox us. Y'all know how to call us and catch up with us. Because the ones that need that number got it already.
Of course.
All
and
right.
plus, we want to put you guys on. So, and we want you guys to come on the show. You want to be a guest on the Frankie and Nycee radio show. It's
Especially if you're talented.
Yes.
Yes, we love talented.
We do.
We do. We love the talented 10, honey. Speaking of talented, well, maybe that's the wrong segue. So we got a new Supreme Court justice, y'all. New Supreme Court justice. His name is Neil Gorsuch. Gorsuch. Gotta pronounce that. It sounds a little German. You gotta have that when you say it.
Right.
Anyway,
Gorgon.
He was just sworn in, and this has been something that's been in the making for several months now because the person that he replaced, Antonin Scalia, had a sudden death in February 2016. So everybody was like, "Who Obama gonna pick? Child, who Obama gonna pick? Child, who gonna be? Who is it gonna be? Oh, it's gonna be on the Supreme Court. Cletus." And Obama was like, "I don't want none of that. I ain't trying to have it." And the one person that he did really, really push for, they decided to vote against. They meaning the Republicans. So, do you know anything about this that's happened?
Not about who's picked now. I do know that they were looking for someone when Obama was in office. And then I've heard the rumor about if Hillary Clinton was going to get picked, she was going to try to appoint Obama as the Supreme Court.
What?
Yes, I heard that.
That is like some juicy hood gossip. Like that's like Sadiddy hood gossip, though.
But yeah, I'm serious. But they were saying that it's just like the Supreme Court judge.
Are you kidding? That's a mess. He wouldn't do that because that's a whole situation of like a lifetime thing. He didn't want to be running the presidency for the 8 years he ran.
Well, how do we know that?
Child, he don't want to do that. Why the first thing that Obama did when he finished was go windsurfing. He ain't about that life. He is like, look, my boo is still fine. My girl's about to move out.
Right.
We about to be empty nesters.
I have worked all that I will work.
I have fought a good fight.
I have fought a good fight. Yeah. That's dope. 8 years in retirement.
And done. And then you get $100,000 a year just for being the president before. Okay. You're the president in the past, homie. You still getting checks on stacks on racks on stacks.
Yeah.
So but back to the justice, right? So this guy, Gorsuch is 49 years old.
So he's kind of young.
He's very young. I don't even know, and somebody can correct me on my feed, if there's someone that has been selected that was younger than that. Because I would say in my mind, or in the time that I've been living, that's been the youngest Supreme Court justice to be appointed.
Somebody's saying we have people commenting.
Okay, Smitty says, talking about the rules. Are you talking about the rules pertaining to the Supreme Court justice being appointed? Because they changed the rules. Did you know that?
Yeah, I did know that.
Okay, so they changed the rules. It's like the one rule like that you just don't do. You don't change rules to the game. Like you don't play Monopoly and be like, all right, look, when you pass, go collect $400 this time. No, you collect $200. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they said, all right, well, since we can't agree at 60, we're going to drop the number down to 51. So we got who we want in office. Happen. So now it's more about a majority rules more than it's like the 3/4 or something. So people were asking, was it constitutional? People were asking, was it constitutional that they were allowed to change these rules? And the answer is yes.
Okay, because of the majority.
No, they said, okay, let me read it. I took notes. I tried to do this right because I thought this was important. Because don't want, since you guys don't want to vote and we get stuck with people like Trump, to get out of my chest, I'm starting to
For
research
real.
everything now. Okay, so it says the Constitution doesn't say anything about Senate rules. It puts that in the powers of the senators and congressmen. Each house, this is the rule in the Constitution, each house may determine the rules of its proceedings. And it's according to Article 1, Section 5 of the Constitution. So they can pretty much say two people have to say yes, and it's a law.
And it's a law.
As long as they all agree on that law, that vote.
And they've been sticking together over the worst people.
Yes.
So
Yes. So that's a problem. That's a big problem because whenever they want something to happen, to make it go their way, they're going to change the rules to make it fit. So
right.
it's a big problem. Tell us what y'all think. 708-223-8953. And don't forget about the question of the day. If you could have any living comedians live on one show, who would it be? Who would it be for you? I didn't even ask you. Three. I say top three.
Okay. Well, my favorite top three are Eddie Murphy, Chris Rock, and Martin Lawrence. I mean, I know Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence have, well, actually, they've all worked together before,
Yeah.
I believe. So I would love to see them do a headliner show and tag teaming each other because they're all great. I mean, it may be a long shot because they're just like royalty, comedy royalty, and one of them is crazy now. So
Which one is that?
I'm not gonna point any fingers. 'Cause I
Okay,
love all three.
because we played some Eddie Murphy music that definitely solidify his insanity at this point.
Right, his music at the party all the time. I have to find it. I have to find it.
No, no.
Don't hate on Eddie Murphy's music career.
I love you. That's how he was singing that
Right, he was
song.
singing all sexy into
It
the
was
camera
so into the
with
camera.
his guitar.
We couldn't stop laughing at that. I'm like, how are you funny and you're trying to be dead serious, homie?
Dead serious. But those really are my three favorite. It might seem like that's everybody's favorite, but really, though, through my childhood, I was cracking up at Eddie Murphy, and then my teenage years, Martin kept me there, and I really didn't get into Chris's comedy until I think I became an adult.
Chris Rock?
Chris Rock.
Okay. Well, Chris Rock is so political. He kind of reminds me of like Dick Gregory would have been had he been raised in our era. Like
Right.
kind of he's gonna push the button as far as like the government and all that stuff. You know, he'll get banned eventually from this country.
Right.
Too much.
Dick Gregory, I was actually listening to Dick Gregory a couple of days ago. A guy was really actually commenting on things that he was talking about, just about how the country was happening with the country, and Dick Gregory's, what he thinks is going to happen or conspire because Trump is in office. And the guy was actually agreeing with him, but he just couldn't really get a word in and ask Dick Gregory a question because he's just gonna go off into a tangent
on and on.
Just be like, "Well, sir, I agree, but I just want to have one question. Could you please just?"
Cause see, I got 14 kids.
Right,
Yeah,
anything.
he jumps for stuff, but the stuff that he says is so full of wisdom. You just gotta sit and just energy and just
it's full of
sit
wisdom,
there.
and then sometimes I'm like,
right.
Okay, well, let me look into this. Yeah, not crazy, but just some things that are kind of a little to the left. And I love Dick Gregory. I think he has a lot of wisdom, and is most definitely somebody that is that I listen to. But it's just a lot of things that's happening with our country, and when he's talking about what's going on with the war and how Russia is gonna bomb us and things like
Some
that.
people believe that.
Yeah.
That's honestly the big issue of why they with Trump being affiliated with them. Because for years we've been like the target for Russia. For
For
years.
years, right.
For years, to the point where any African Americans post Reconstruction or during like the Harlem Renaissance, any African American that was in any type of art or form of liberating art was considered a communist. Like, so it's one of those things where we've always kind of had a little disdain towards that country. Then we have the president be homies with Putin. Come on, let's just be real. They
Exactly.
homies. They kicked it. They was on the yacht
Not only
together.
homies, but I just think that, and I hope I can say this on air, but how I think they cheated pretty much.
Oh yeah.
They most definitely helped cheated, and I'm not going to say the T word, but
I mean, at the end
they
of the day,
Hillary Clinton was supposed to win,
you
most
know,
definitely.
but okay, now we got the situation where, now we got what we got, right? But the question now becomes, okay, how intelligent is Trump? I know what y'all gonna say. That was probably a really dumb question to ask. But how intelligent is he? Is he smart enough to recognize that he's being played? Since what's happening at this point is that it's a setup. It's he's kind of like he's the way in. Trump is the way in.
Right.
They get
And he probably think he's making all of the decisions.
Yeah. Okay, look, y'all think I'm lying, okay? House of Cards. House of Cards will tell you everything that's gonna happen in this country.
I've been hearing about House of Cards. I know some people on our feed that watch House of Cards.
Man, had a Russian president go up against the president of the United States to the point where he wanted to sleep with the president's wife to get back at the United States president. Look, it's real, son. What if Mrs. Trump is in Putin's luxury deluxe apartment in the sky, waiting for him to come home every weekend from flying on his
New York apartment?
Yes,
her son.
I'm just saying. House of Cards tell you everything. They're psychics. They're psychics. Oh, we got a caller. Hopefully, it's for us. So we're gonna make sure, because I think it's important too that people understand that even at the end of the day, people are still capable of doing things to conspire. And just because we have all this internet access and all this technology and all these other issues or whatever, or points of avenues, I'm not issues, but points of avenues of resources, right?
Right.
Can't be shielded. So when Dick Gregory talks about stuff like that, I don't know what to think.
I mean, he say it's over.
I mean, but then look at what generation he comes from, though.
Right.
He comes from a generation where he was told that being a communist was the biggest thing to never do. Okay, don't ever, whatever you do, you can marry a white woman and a KKK fest, but don't you ever admit to being a communist.
Right.
And then to see all the conspiratory things that occurred to African Americans in the past, and to know that stuff like the Tuskegee experiment really existed, and he was, if he was not very close to being there, in that era, all these different things that he's seen, I would have all kinds of theories and conspiracies too. So we'll see. We're gonna take a music break because I think we need to take a music break because I want to hear some music. Nycee, what you think?
Always take a music break.
We can always take a music break. Let's see. Top 3 for me: Eddie, Dave. That's what Nina said. The top 3 comedians would be Eddie Murphy, Dave Chappelle, and Cat Williams. Cat Williams! Like we go, Eddie all the way up here. He all the way up. All the way up.
Eddie is top notch. I'm sorry.
Dave is like right here, and then you drop to the perm wearing pimp. Cat Williams. Okay, it's your opinion. It's your opinion. I'm not gonna say much more else about it. We'll be back to Frankie and Nycee Radio Show on Intellectual Radio, iHeartRadio.
one that makes me smile.
You're the one that drives me wild.
I'm loving everything about.
You're the one that makes me smile.
You're the one that drives me wild.
I'm loving everything about. You make my heart sing sweet melodies. That melody won't change. It's here next to me.
You're the one that makes me smile.
You're the one that drives me wild.
I'm loving everything about you. I see you often in my dreams.
You're laying right here next to me.
Feel like ecstasy with you. Cover me with your kisses. Teach me the way to love me.
Please, baby, take all my breath. Let me light up whistling
You're the one that makes me smile.
You're the one that drives me wild.
I'm loving everything about you.
And we're back on the Frankie and Nycee radio show on intellectualradio.com, iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio.
Radio.
Yeah,
Whoop.
yeah.
So, okay, I got my top three, y'all. We talked about it on my Facebook Live already. Okay, my top three. Because you got to go old school. You got to pay homage. Then we're going to go with Dave Chappelle and Corey Holcomb. Can we make that happen, please? We got the budget for that.
But how would all three of them work together? Like, is it any to me? Because the ones that I said kind of, for me, they tie together where it could just be like a phenomenal show. So, like, how would Corey and Paul and
Well,
Dave do it for
okay, so
you?
you know Paul Mooney is one of the writers for Dave Chappelle already, so they already got that little connection. So they have that jerk status in their comedic. I think Corey Holcomb would be a good fit. He would be the opener.
The opener, okay.
Well, no, Paul Mooney would be the opener because then he's passing the torch. So Paul Mooney first, then Corey Holcomb. Yeah,
Yeah,
because everybody want to see Dave Chappelle. Even if
everybody
you
want to see
hate
Dave.
Paul Mooney, you're going to want to see Dave Chappelle.
Right.
He could do Nigga like he used to do Nostradamus, like the character. He could do that for his whole stint, Paul Mooney.
And kill it.
Just sit in the chair and put that thing on your head. I'm good. I'm good. But ladies and gentlemen, if you have not seen Corey Holcomb's podcast, it is amazing. He has this talk show and he has the worst topics. If you cannot stomach men being absolutely disrespectful and belligerent to women, this is not for you.
I have to check out his podcast.
So good.
I think he is hilarious. He doesn't get enough shine as he should.
No, he should. No, he doesn't.
I mean, he's been killing the game for a long time.
But it's almost like you can't put him on TV because he's gonna say crazy stuff. Like the only show that he was on was Black Jesus, like that actually fit.
Exactly. What happened to Black Jesus? Black Jesus gave me like one season. I was looking for a second season and
I thought they had 2 seasons.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe I got tired of it.
But I don't know if they've gotten back. I don't know if they got a contract to come back or not. But great show too.
Yeah, I think I want a Black Jesus to be more of a. I mean, of course, the comedy part about it, but I just wasn't getting the Jesus because I think what made it funny to me, they had Jesus was homeless.
But he kind of was.
But he kind of was.
He was a traveler. If Jesus had a home, we had to go visit everybody's house when he came in town.
He wouldn't, you know.
Everywhere he went,
he would just be like, "Y'all come visit me,
and I'm gonna go lay in the mountains." What? Jesus came into the world homeless.
He sure did. Happy Easter to you guys.
Right. Boom, segue.
I know, it's Sunday already.
Already Easter. Sunday. Okay, so what was your worst Easter costume? I mean, outfit. Do you remember? Or will you always fly fresh to death?
You know, let my mom tell it. I was fly. But I really can't remember. Like, I think we used to dress up at my old home church, you know, just a country Baptist church. So I know there was at one time at least that I had my socks and the strap shoes. Most definitely.
You had to have the strap shoes.
I had to have the strap shoes.
And if you got a little heel on your shoe, that was like supreme. Like,
right. And
I'm
then
gonna
they
squeeze
were white.
my foot.
And depending on how you walk, the black would get on the middle. On the
why did my mama want to whoop me?
Like
for scuffing my shoes. You keep buying me white shoes and expecting me to walk around.
And the black ones will have the white marks on them.
Right. But you can kind of like that off. Like you can rub it with your finger and it'll come off.
Yes, Easter. I wouldn't want to go back to the old way of me celebrating church at Easter. Like the new church that I go to is a little more laid back. I mean, we still have the Easter speeches or whatever, but it's just like all kids getting together. And like at my church, it's not a dress to impress. You know, people dress up or like they just look nice. I mean, like at my church, you can come with like a nice pair of jeans and a shirt or whatever, and that'd be Easter Sunday. So I've been used to that for about 10 years now. Shout out to Shekinah Chapel if you guys see the church go to on Sunday.
Don't come to mine, go to hers. I want my seat. I'm just saying, I don't want to see nobody that I don't know in church on Easter Sunday, and I know that's not going to happen. I'm sorry, that might be the wrong direction with Christianity, but I'm just keeping it real. Jesus knows my heart. I don't want to share my seat. You're not going to be here next week.
You have a seat. Nobody has a seat in God's house.
Oh, okay. So, this is a song called "Save a Seat for Me."
But that's in heaven, though.
Let's practice down here.
Church.
Let's get our practice on down here first.
You guys, come get her.
Call me and tell me how whack I am for saying that. 708-223-8953. So Damien was out shopping for Miles' suit and he freaked me out. Color is his suit. He said, Blue, you better not have my son in no powder blue suit with no powder blue gauges and no powder blue bow tie, no powder blue hair streak, because now y'all want to put streaks in little baby boys' heads. I don't want to see none of that on Sunday. I don't want to see none. I don't want to see purple and yellow suits that grandma made with the cuffs, the handmade cuffs. I don't want that. I don't want to see that.
Did he say it was powder blue?
No, he sent me a picture. Oh, I got the picture.
Right, before you even walk out and buy that.
Negro, you better take that back.
What about you, Frankie? About your like a Easter. What were you wearing? Like, what did your mom used to have you wear?
All these big dresses, and she never bought us ruffles and laces like too much because they look like a race that I would not identify with ruffles and laces, but black people, y'all know what I'm talking about. So she never bought us those dresses, but it was always like whatever my sister wore, it was like golden. My mother thought, but as far as like what she wore was always pretty nice. But I was always a thick little girl, so I had to wear what I could fit around my butt. But my mother was she was very particular. Like I remember most vividly about shopping for Easter dresses. Do you remember Chicago people? Right. But I knew this place called My Stales. Do you remember that place?
No.
My Stales. It was this huge.
I remember Goldblatt's.
Huge warehouse. I want to say it was in Jewtown, and they used to sell like furs and dresses. And we would go into this store, and they would have floors of dresses, 3, 4, 5 floors, and you pull out the plastic, look at the dress. Put it back on the shelf, get somebody to come bring that little hook thing, and we went through that for hours.
I think she found the perfect dress for you.
Until we went back to the burbs and found a perfect dress in the store that we should have went to from the beginning.
Exactly.
Which is why I don't shop now.
It used to be fun though back then. You know, I mean, of course, it's more about, you know, back then it was about candy and, you know, Easter baskets and egg hunts and things like that. Oh my goodness, speaking of egg hunts, is it going to be like an Easter egg hunt at the White House this year, right, with Donald Trump?
No kids. Well, he does have a kid that no one ever sees. He's got a little one, like a 12-year-old or something.
Right.
So I don't know. Does he want stuff like that? Does little Richie Rich want that for
I just wonder how it's going to be with him, children, that, you know, how it's supposed to be really friendly and nice. I mean, not saying that he can't be that way, but just how we all view him as the president.
Have you ever talked to any kids about how they view him?
I've seen a couple, not necessarily any kids that I know personally, but as far as seen, like I watch the Daily Show with Trevor Noah all the time.
Shout out to the Daily Show.
Shout out to the Daily Show. And when they do segments with kids and they ask about Donald Trump, you get the funniest responses ever. He's a loser, or, you know, my mom told me not to say anything nice at all, but if I have a good thing nice to say, don't say anything at all.
My son woke up screaming like when he saw the news, because he's my child, he's dramatic. So when he saw the news that Trump had won, he was like, oh my God, no, Hillary Clinton is supposed to win. I hate Trump. And I really had to ask him why. And he was like, because he's really mean and he's really evil. And I'm like, I know I haven't had that.
You haven't really talked to him about it. So you want to know where did you get this from, son? Like,
I have no idea. And it must have been just
TV.
It may have been television.
Because I know he's not reading no tweets.
He might.
Oh yeah, that's like this is your kid.
He might, but it might have been more of a conversation with other kids at school, because you know they do have these conversations.
They do. I mean, and maybe some of like the teachers as well, especially like in social studies or something like that. And, you know, guys, what do you think about the new candidates for president?
Right. And then I asked him, like, why do you like Hillary Clinton? And he was like, because her and Obama are best friends. Like, that was his correlation. So maybe that's why he hated Trump, because of that. Shout out to Damien. Damien said, show her the suit. It's not ugly. Show you the picture of the suit.
Right, I'm going to see it, Damien, as soon as we're done with the show. I'm going to most definitely see the suit and give them my honest opinion. So,
We even got somebody on the thread from New Jersey. What's up, Jamie?
hey,
What's going
Jamie.
on, man? I'm gonna see you in Chicago soon, man. So yeah, and then I have somebody calling in while we on live. Uh huh. Okay, so tell us what you're doing because we're wrapping up. Tell us what's going on with you.
Well, what's going on with me is I am actually, let's see, what do I have coming on? Speaking of the whole presidency, I'll be heading to DC next week, not to do a gig. I will most definitely be linking up with some friends who are going to be there and just see what the nightlife is about in DC, go on a couple of food and wine tours just to discover something else. I've never been to DC ever, or even Maryland, so I'm
Oh,
excited
that's
about
gonna be
that.
cool. So you get to go
Yeah.
to where the White House is.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a Capitol tour, all of that good stuff.
What are you most anticipating?
Probably the wine tour, yeah. Oh, you know what? And I'm going to, I think let me stop, let me quit playing. I really would like to see the African American Museum that is there, of the history of like who we are from
Is that the
all,
Smithsonian?
I
Is that a
believe
part of it?
so. Yeah.
They have a huge where you could trace back your family members and
Mhm.
stuff. Yeah,
Oh, that would be great.
yeah.
And speaking of that, I've actually been watching this show called Who Do You Think You Are?
Hmm.
And it's been a great experience to see. From last week was Smokey Robinson.
Okay. I'm about to
Um,
say they got Smoky
right,
Norfolk.
I know Smokey Norfolk coming up
We
in the
got a
world, right? But
shot.
no, it was Smokey Robinson, and you know how, because our history from America is started back with slaves, so he couldn't really go past his great him.
Uh-huh.
And then the actress Courtney Cox was on the show, and she, Caucasian, but her family, her 25th grandfather, great
Hmm.
grandfather, was actually the conqueror of England.
Get out of town.
She was reading that. She said, "Thank you." She was like, "You're welcome," because she had to go all the way to England. That's what's bringing me back to the capital. Like, he had to go to the capital because back then, when you were a slave, your slave master, your slave owner, was where your legacy started
Right,
because of them you taking their last name.
right.
So his last name was a rare last name. It was like Ware, out, and he had actually a document of his father trying to vouch for his slave owner's son so they can kind of keep their property. This was after they let the slaves go free, and he was going to stay on the plantation to work. So
Wow.
yeah, it was some deep stuff. So I can't wait. I'm gonna see, maybe we can get something started. My aunt is really
You
good
find
at
out.
doing
Let's
all
find
kinds
out if
of,
you got a little white in you.
yeah. Well, I already know that. I already know that. My great grandmother is white.
Yeah, you know that we all are mixed up and whatnot. So that should be pretty cool to experience that. And I wish you the best. And while you're gone, we're gonna have a special guest here.
Yes, I'm gonna be going for the show. I'm
Special
always
guest,
leaving.
Miss Charlisa Brooks.
Oh, Charlize.
Hey,
Okay.
Charlisa, straight from the west side, y'all. So she's gonna be coming from up the block to sit in on the Frankie and Nycee radio show, and we're gonna talk about her endeavors and all the things she's experienced in her traveling overseas. So make sure you guys tune in. It's gonna be a really dope experience. I just wanted to end the show off on a good note. I just released a single, and my single is called
Woo!
"Fly Free." Shout out to Bosar Music, DJ Box, Ali, and I don't want to mess up his name because I keep been messing it up. Selah Ananse from Atlanta. They all did mixes on it, and we released it last Friday, and it's been doing pretty good. Number one on the charts for each version, and I'm really excited because I've never had a number one like that
Yeah,
before.
so it's under Frankie Parker and Sean Ali.
It's under DJ
Hmm.
Box, and Sean Lee has a version. So we're gonna play one
Yes.
of the versions. We're gonna do the box version tonight. Shout out to DJ Box. Thank you for the opportunity to do something this great, something as great as sharing house music with my Chicago lovers, my chosen few lovers, my whatever you want to say, backyard picnic lovers, anybody that loves house music. Thank you so much for allowing little old me to be a part of the scene. I'm
Yes,
grateful.
I'm so happy for you.
Me
Shout
too.
out to the
Thank
Frankie and
you.
Nycee
Yay! We're gonna make
radio
some money.
show. Of course. We need to get us some sponsors.
Right. Sponsors in a minute. In a minute, you ain't gonna we gonna even need you. Yes, we do. We need all the money we
We
can get.
want you. We most definitely want you. So if you want to sponsor us or anybody that you know looking for, a great show to sponsor that involves two wonderful women who knows their way around the city and, know some wonderful
It
people.
has a great following. We have a great following.
Of
Please
course.
send us an email to the Frankie and Niecy Radio Show at gmail.com
Yes.
and we will send you our package. Okay, Niecy, that concludes it. I think we need to go on and turn it up so the people can
Okay.
hear it. Thank you so much for being such a wonderful co host. And I'll hold it down while you're gone, baby. We'll be
All
right
right.
back. The Frankie and Niecy Radio Show on intellectualradio.com, iHeartRadio. I'll holla.
Yes. Thanks for tuning in.
No better feeling. There is no greater bliss to share. It's not too easy. Can you feel it in the air? Hey, hey, hey. Taking me over, 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 taking me over.